We have a bunch of stuff to go through here in today's video. For Modern Warfare 2 coming later this year, we have some new dates for the first teasers for this game, the first gameplay worldwide reveal, a bunch of stuff regarding the multiplayer for this game, some pre-alpha and alpha gameplay leaking out, some stuff on Warzone 2, and a bunch of stuff like that. If you guys are new and would like to subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that. And be sure to drop a like on the video as well. And also be sure to check out my new sponsor, Apex Gaming PCs. Code matters for 5% off your entire purchase. A bunch of really sick PCs over there. Be sure to check it out. Really do appreciate it, guys. But for this video here, a lot of stuff. We're going to break this down first by the reveal dates for the teasers, the gameplay trailer, the first reveal trailer, and then we'll go through more of the actual gameplay leaks for multiplayer and Warzone 2. So for the dates here, here's what MW2 Ghost tweeted out. Was told that we should see the first teases of Modern Warfare 2 in the next 8 weeks. So as I suspected, and a lot of you guys suspected as well, we theorized this in a couple of videos about a month and a half ago, 2 months ago. We were saying that, look, we are in a very unique situation right now with Vanguard and now with Microsoft taking over Activision Blizzard. Usually the thinking was, starting with Black Ops Cold War, continuing with Vanguard, you would have a later reveal for the game because Call of Duty, Activision, were making so much money from the seasons of the game with Warzone especially, that there's no point in diverting attention by revealing a Call of Duty in the spring or even early summer, because then that's just going to take away from the current seasons and the current game. So do the reveal as late as possible, and it's a win-win for everyone, because although we would like to see earlier reveals for Call of Duties, it's not a big deal seeing a COD revealed later on, because with me, you know, when you see a Call of Duty revealed in April or May, you just think to yourself, oh, I have to wait, 8-7 months until this game comes out. But when it's revealed in August, you think to yourself, wow, it's only coming out in 2 to 3 months from now. So to me, it's not a big deal having a late reveal. But again, this time around with Vanguard not performing as well, they definitely want to just divert attention away from that game. They're still going to update it, of course, but I think they're definitely ready to start teasing and revealing MW2. They want the marketing campaign for this to be huge. They're expecting this internally to be, one of the best-selling, if not the best-selling Call of Duty of all time, overtaking MW 2019. So, of course, they're going to want to start the marketing early, and the first teases for this game being in the next 8 weeks, which should be around the, middle of April at some point. That makes perfect sense. That also puts us back on a normal Call of Duty reveal and teaser schedule. For all of the Call of Duties before Black Ops Cold War, we would always see teasers in April, late March, early April, and then the full reveal of the game late April, early May. It's actually funny because Modern Warfare 2019 was revealed officially on May 30th, 2019, of course, and that was actually considered a late reveal. I remember people being so pissed about them not saying anything, them saying, we're going to do it probably E3 time, we're going to wait, and, it was a crazy time there, but now that's considered early. And this time around here, we have more info from Ralph now. He says this: 118 days till the official reveal of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Now, this to me seems like the official reveal trailer, gameplay trailer, stuff like that, not the teasers. So MW2 Ghost is referring to the first teasers, 8 weeks, early mid-April. That makes sense there. But what Ralph is referring to here is the full gameplay reveal trailer, which at the time of posting this tweet, that brings us to May 30th, 2022. Really funny stuff here. I could easily see this being revealed on May 30th this year. If the dates are changed a little bit, I could just see overall end of May, maybe early June for the full reveal here. They want to get this game out to the public. They want people looking at MW2. They want people talking about MW2. I could see this being one of the biggest reveals we have ever seen. And I don't want to confirm that. Of course, it's not confirmed. I don't want to overhype this as well, but I'm just thinking, if I'm Activision right now and I'm seeing how poorly Vanguard sold and how it's really not popular, and I have this IP, I have this title, MW2, that has the potential to do so many insane numbers, I'm going to take full advantage of that, and I'm going to do an insane reveal, show the fans what they want to see, show the fans some MW2 callbacks, some sick campaign shots, maybe some snippets of multiplayer, some MW2 remakes, maybe a small little teaser of Warzone 2 at the end of it as well. Like, I could see them going hard. And really, Black Ops 4 had a pretty big reveal. They had all parts of the game revealed pretty early on. I could see them doing maybe something similar to that, but again, no confirmation on that, the contents of the reveal. But for now, those dates are what we're talking about here, and I could easily see this happening. So if you guys are excited, let me know down below. Let me know what you want to see for teasers and reveals for this game. For Modern Warfare 2019 teasers, we really only had one short teaser video. It was only a few days before the full reveal. It was on like May 29th, I'm pretty sure, like a day before, and it was just, May 30th full reveal. It didn't really show us any gameplay or cinematics. So for MW2 this year, if we do get teasers, teaser videos, teaser images in mid-April for this game. Hopefully, we have, little snippets of cutscenes or a very small little snippet, like 5 seconds of some gameplay, just to really add a little fuel and excitement to the hype of MW2. But again, we'll see very soon. I'll be sure to update you guys once we get that information. But for actual leaks here, what else are we getting for Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer and the overall gameplay of this game, how it compares to MW 2019, and all that good stuff. So Ralph tweets this out. IW Associate describes Modern Warfare 2's gameplay as most similar to Modern Warfare 2019, inclusion of several new and already existing features, vaguely stating there's just more of it. He went on to state, I was not too happy with the gameplay. It looks incredible, however. So very interesting words there. He goes on to say, I'll insert a comment of my own here. Oftentimes, new facets of movement and systems of play are often picked up and mastered by the players. This is the opinion of a single individual, not attached to QA. By all accounts, it'll certainly feel and look new. It's easy to get a sense of what the report entails. However, you'll have to see for yourself once things eventually come out. I'm not going to convince you of an opinion. So very interesting stuff here. Ghost of Hope responds with this. Did this person love MW 2019? All I need to know. Because them saying MW2 is not their thing, but loving MW 2019 shows a different angle than anybody else in the mentions, including myself, might be thinking. So this is a super interesting point here. For one, going back to the original tweet here, the IW Associate said there's just more of the existing features from MW 2019. They are expanding upon what we had in that game, and that's obvious to me. Of course, they don't want to stray too far away from what we had in that game. It was super popular, it sold well, and for the most part, people really loved that game. I know on online communities, on Twitter, even on YouTube, there's a large portion of people that did not like that game. They didn't like the multiplayer, they didn't like the campaign, but there's also an absolute ton of people that loved that game, that think it's the best game of all time, the best COD of all time. So for me, what is this IW Associate thinking? Does he not really like it because it's straying too far away from what made MW 2019 great, or does he not like it because it's too similar to MW 2019 and he didn't like that game as well and he wanted MW2 to be even more different? So overall, that's a very important point to think about. Definitely let me know your opinions on that down below. Do you want MW2 to be more different from MW 2019? Do you want to be more similar? How would you feel about what would happen? Let me know down below. But some more info here on alpha gameplay coming out. The Ghost of Hope says this. I've seen snippets of MW2 from its pre-alpha, and it is very far along, like Tom and MW2 Ghost have posted before. The weapon inspects are very, very cool to see as well. So super sick to see weapon inspects returning and them apparently being really sick. Of course, it's very early on, so no confirmation there. Ghost of Hope says this. Not surprising, I know, but Modern Warfare 2 looks exactly like Modern Warfare 2019 in every way, except it seems a tad bit more colorful. So first up on that point here, it seems like, again, from the leaks and pre-alpha gameplay, it looks more like MW2. I want to say that's a subjective point of view because other people might see this MW2 reveal trailer and some gameplay and they may think, well, this looks really different and actually a lot more different than I was expecting. But for the most part, I could definitely see it looking very similar to this game. Now, MW 2019 had great graphics in my opinion, but it was lacking on the color side of things, and to see that this game is going to be a lot more colorful is a really, really good plus as well. So overall, I don't mind it looking similar to that game, but with more color. I think that's a good improvement. It was the one thing that IW really needed to work on in terms of graphics from that game, improving the color, and it seems like they're doing just that. And some more info here on the gameplay. MW2 said this. I'm not going to start blowing trumpets, but Modern Warfare 2 is, compared to any COD I've covered previously, in the best state of them all thus far. Modern Warfare 2019 on steroids, and Skizzle actually responds with this. Don't use the word steroids. It gives me Vietnam flashbacks because we heard Battlefield 2042 will be BF3 and BF4 on steroids, and we also heard as well that the development of that game was in such a great state. The game was looking to be so good. It was in a better development state than Vanguard and all of this crazy stuff, and we know how that turned out, of course. And he really has a good point there because we've heard from so many different sources that yes, MW2 is in a great state. The pre-alpha and alpha gameplay looks amazing. It looks like MW 2019, but even better. It's the best COD this early on in terms of development, in terms of the alpha gameplay. But at the end of the day, although this is very good news, it does not mean that this game will end up being the best game of all time or better than MW 2019 and so on. So, we'll see very soon. I'll be sure to update you guys once we get more info on this gameplay. There are a lot of other stuff to talk about as well. I want to go through and make other videos talking about, MW2 multiplayer, what we could see in terms of, the actual content, maps, game modes, weapons returning, different stuff like that. Let me know down below what you guys want to see in this game. I'll be sure to use a bunch of your comments and ideas, shout you out in a future video. But at least in terms of the development of this game, the early gameplay, the state of this game right now, it's looking very, very good. Now for some Warzone 2 information, a lot of interesting stuff to go through here from Tom Henderson. He said this: if you didn't watch the stream, a stream he did going through some Warzone 2 information, he says it's IW's Warzone map that is set to be a clean slate for Warzone and was scheduled to release in holiday 2022. Clean slate meaning starting again, scrapping everything like weapons, operators, etc. This map was last mentioned to release in holiday 2022, just 6 weeks ago, indicating things are being shaken up if this is the Warzone 2 that was being referenced in the Bloomberg report. Legacy Warzone will still remain, but Warzone 2 is coming. If you guys didn't hear, Warzone 2 was supposed to release in 2023 at some point, but now that this MW2 themed map is releasing this year, later this year, maybe Warzone 2 is releasing this year as well, and the new MW2 themed map will be Warzone 2. Or Warzone 2 will start in 2023 with TREYARCH's Call of Duty, and Warzone 2 will be a new TREYARCH Black Ops themed Warzone map, which would be insane to see. But I feel like it's more likely they'll start Warzone 2 with the MW2 map and just push ahead the release to later this year for the release of this game. And Tom Henderson also goes on to say Warzone 2 was referenced briefly in a company email from Raven Software studio head Brian Referral as the ongoing expansion of Call of Duty Warzone. He goes on to say, from past reports and speaking to journalists, this move contradicts what we've all heard previously about Warzone being Warzone, but it's believed this move is to finally move over to current gen hardware in the best way possible. And he also goes on to say, I was just told this morning that there is the possibility of Warzone 2 coming to past generation consoles as well for the MW2 map if the current gen console sales don't perform well, that is the PS5 and Xbox Series X. It's my understanding that there'll be no cross-gen playability as there'll be different versions, and that's a whole nother element as well. Regarding this, he goes on to say the reason for Warzone 2 is because the whole game needs reworking. Also, Warzone 2 might not be the name, and it might just be called Warzone, with the original Warzone being dubbed as Warzone Legacy. We're still a year away, and a lot is still being considered and may change. And finally, whatever happens, it's looking like we're finally getting a current gen update to Warzone, and the next integration is a clean slate for the series. So for one, regardless of what we're seeing, Warzone will be upgraded. It will look a lot better. The engine, the game will run a lot better. It's going to run a lot more smoothly and all that good stuff. So overall, that's a win for everyone. The thing is here is, how is the past gen version of Warzone going to affect the marketing and the overall playability of this game? Because if they are making a separate past gen version for Warzone 2, and it's not going to be cross-compatible, cross-playable with the players on Warzone 2 for the next gen consoles or the current gen consoles, there might be an issue where people are like, well, why can't I play with other players? I'm on the PS4, I want to play with everyone else, and they're going to be sectioned off. They're going to have a visually worse game, and it might be just bad marketing, kind of like the, last gen versions of Call of Duty. They look terrible compared to the current gen and next gen versions of these games. So I'm kind of scared about that, but for the most part, by then, hopefully people do understand, or at least a lot of you guys probably understand now, that the current gen version of the game is going to look a lot better. That's just the way it is. They have to advance this game. They have to improve everything, even though they have to leave behind some people on these last gen consoles. It's getting to the point where we're going to be in 2022, 2023 actually next year, and it's getting way too far away from this old technology. We have to move ahead. Warzone definitely needs some structural upgrades to the game itself, so this is just a must to move on, and hopefully it doesn't affect the development process and the entire marketing and perception of this game. But overall here, that's all we have for now. I'll be sure again to update you guys on all the new info we get for Modern Warfare 2, the reveal, the campaign, the multiplayer, the third mode, Warzone 2, the map details, all that good stuff. So be sure to subscribe for all that info. Really do appreciate it, guys. There are 2 videos up on screen that may interest you, so be sure to check one of them out. Shout out to the YouTube channel members as always, and I'll see you guys in the next video or live stream. Peace out, guys.